Hoi allemaal, welkom terug op mijn kanaal, welcome back. Here we are going into tutorial number 4 of the palette focus of the Pat McGrath Sunlit Seduction. It's been a while since I've started tutorial with this one. I believe I started this in July? August-ish, somewhere around there. It is now November. Vacation happened, work happened, had other priorities, a lot of other photo shoots. But here we are getting tutorial number 4 of the palette focus. The first 3 so far has been quite interesting. The SKINTENSE Radiance, like there's a lot more product in this one, that's for sure. But the last one I did, I actually used Blitz Crimson Ecstasy, which was beautiful. It was like wet. That was a very beautiful, interesting color and texture. But I think today I do want to do something a little bit more soft, but we shall see. As usual, I never know what I'm going to do when I get into this. But let me go and prep my eyes with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Eyeshadow Primer, and we will get right into this tutorial. Alright, so my eyes are about to be prepped. I really hope this looks like twins. Because with my eye shape, you can never tell at times. But for the most part, I think they are twinning right now. So, tutorial number 4 of the palette focus. You know, for 2024, there was no Mothership release, which is interesting, to say the least. But I'm actually kind of glad they are taking a break, because it just seemed like 10 and 11 were just... Not 10, was it 10 and 11? Yeah. 10 and 11 were quite interesting. I haven't played with the Midnight Seduction yet, but I think that is my goal sometime this year, to start dipping into that. Start creating palette focus for that. But this one is very, very warm so far. But as usual, we're going to see how many looks we could come up with this palette until I get bored, basically. But first and foremost, eyes are prepped. Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Eyeshadow Primer. I don't know if I really want to get the eyeshadow primer from Pat McGrath. I have way too much eyeshadow primer that I need to go through anyways, for the most part. Urban Decay is still, yeah, that's my fan. Get that guy out of the way. Urban Decay is still my OG. The Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Eyeshadow Primer is my go-to, my next go-to, basically. And yeah, I think Too Faced Shadow Insurance I have tried before, and it's decent. It's very, very decent. It's cool. But first and foremost, I think for the first shade, I'm going to dip into Nude Rose with a blush brush. And I actually want that to be a whisper. Actually, you know what? First and foremost, we will dip into... We'll get a fluffy brush. Nude Rose, or do I want to do Sienna Mystique? Let's do Nude Rose. Dipping into getting a fluffy brush, just so we could go ahead and start kind of mapping out where we want this to go. And this will be our crease. Just kind of tapping it into motion. Ooh, so gorgeous. And I think, I really want to get Patrick Ta's eyeshadow Dimension number 2, the rose one. But I'm like, I have way too much right now. I mean, I could give away some things and make some more room. There is always time for that. But we will not. Going in with the blush brush, just to really start to buff it out. Because I really want this to be... Actually, might use this for blush. We shall see, machine. But really just using to... I always forget how much pigment and how much of a punch Pat McGrath eyeshadows really give. But for the most part, just like that. See, getting it more blown out. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, that is gorgeous. You know, this is kind of giving me Divine Rose vibes of the blush, the way it's kind of going on. But I think I'm getting it where I need it to go. So, Nude Rose is on. We are going to go to SKINTENSE Radiance all over the lid. This is gonna be our main focus. Boom. Oh. And then whatever's left over up into the brow bone for sure. Obviously the other side, oak, the under. I think this under is other. I think it. I swear eventually I will start using more Dutch on this channel, the Dutch I am learning. But that is so succulent. Perfect. Amazing. Glorious. So this is where we are so far. Really loving this. Going back in to just deepen that crease just a little bit. Klein beetje. Echt klein beetje. And then on top of that, we will go into Astral Amethyst Allure, which is going to be this one. On my fingertips. Oof. Ooh, yeah, that's the one. Kind of has a little bit of a lavender almost, and I am living for it. Oh my god, that is gorgeous. Deze is echt mooi. Jongens. Kunnen je kijken? Deze can, I don't know how can you see this in Dutch, but for the most part, yes. Oh. This is immaculate. Immaculate, I tell you. I mean, look at that. The thing about this is that you have to see this in person. This palette is something that needs to be experienced in person. Oh my gosh. I wish there was like a black or dark brown would go good with this, but we're going to use the Extreme Vermilion Dusk. I forgot how intense that can get. If it got intense, I don't remember. Maar, we will go, well, first of all, I need to clean off my brushes, Cyrus. Oh. But we're gonna go to Extreme Vermilion Dusk. That Nude Rose actually packs a punch, that's for sure. All right, Extreme Vermilion Dusk. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh my god. This is gorgeous. Yeah. Extreme Vermilion Dusk is giving me life. But even on applying this on top of the other two shades, it's actually showing up pretty well. Not even pretty well, just damn well. Ooh. Well, this is where we are at. Let me go and finish up the eyes and then we will see where we are at. So this is where we are at. I went ahead and just did mascara. Kept it very simple, but this is gorgeous. It's very euphoric in a sense. Well, for me. And it's a very, ooh. Giving me very Valentine and Barbie vibes, that's for sure, depending on how you go about it. But for the most part, very, very gorgeous so far. Yeah, what did we use? Nude Rose, SKINTENSE, Radiance, Astral, Amethyst, Allure, and Extreme Vermilion Dusk. And that Extreme Vermilion Dusk really does amp up for sure. But for the most part, I kind of feel like the looks from here will kind of be the same, but we shall see, because there's obviously some bronze in here. Good old Mama Pat loves the bronze. But the Copper Dawn has some specs to it, which is actually really, really, really beautiful. The Copper Dawn is actually a very beautiful color that I kind of want to play around with a little bit more on its own, because it definitely has some like rose gold reflex in it, if I am not mistaken. Primer's milk luminous thingy. But yeah, but I'm gonna go and do the rest of my face, and I think for the rest of this series I will continue with the Dior Forever Glow, and the face will be a continuation of kind of like everything I've been doing from the Natasha Denona palette focus, because this year I am slowly going to buy things from Patrick Ta, because now it's available to be shipped to the Netherlands, but the cost of shipping and import fees, whoo chow, we will see about it. Because I think I was gonna order one of the new foundations, the luminous one, I think, the newest one, the liquid. Alone, it's like 50 something euros, and with shipping and import fees and stuff like that, it's like 90 something euros. So we shall see about that, to be quite honest. But I do love his blushes, and there's a lot of things I do want to get from the brand, but I'm also very cautious of the fact that things could be broken, especially if it's powder. So we will see about that. But you guys will see the full face in a moment, and I will see you guys in a bit. So here is the final look of tutorial number 4 of the Pat McGrath Sunlit Seduction palette focus. I actually really do love this look. This is, I feel like I already made this look on the first or the second one, so I have to go back and watch that tutorial, because if I did, I'm sorry. This is like my color story I'm loving from this, with the Astral Amethyst Allure is really gorgeous. But for the most part, tutorial number 4. So foundation is the Christian Dior's Forever Glow in 4N. Bronzer is Airbrush Flawless Bronzer from Charlotte Tilbury in tan, number 3. Blush is actually Nude Rose. Is it Nude Rose? There's another thingy here. Nude Rose. That's what I have on for blush. No highlighter. So that blush, I would say put on tread lightly with it and build it up to what you want. That's for sure. Concealer, Flash Luminizer by Christian Dior and 003, Charlotte Tilbury's Vanish Color Corrector and number 2 medium. And under the concealer, the NARS Translucent Crystal to kind of set it in a sense. And then the Charlotte Tilbury's Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer in 8.5 medium. And set with the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray, obviously. Brows are still Benefit, so that is still going strong. Yeah, tutorial number 4, loving this look. It definitely brings, I mean, when I'm dropping this, it is February, so definitely more Valentine vibes. But if you really love those warm, rosy type of colors, this is definitely your palette. Definitely an everyday type of palette for sure. The shimmer, the glimmer, the drama of it all. Oh, Lips Supermodel by Charlotte Tilbury. And Gloss, Opulous Gloss by Pat McGrath. Wow, where is my wording today? Pat McGrath and Pale Fire Nectar. But this is it. As usual, go to my Instagram page to see the final She's Mask edits. And of course, keep an eye out for all the TikTok videos, the previews, and such. So I will see you guys in the next video.